Tomorrow is National Clean Out Your Medicine Cabinet Day. Find out how you can participate later in the show.
And coming to you from the famous cherry orchards, a new natural habitat butterfly garden.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on ntTV Lightning News. I'm Celestian Nava.
And I'm Ben Wolf. Do you still have a landline at your house or apartment? Many people don't. But residents in some cities across the U.S., including Texas, reported a loss of 911 service last night. Many were forced to contact emergency services using other means. CNN's Laura Aguirre has more information on the recent outage.
To our knowledge, we have never experienced an outage of this magnitude or duration.
Officials in Sioux Falls, South Dakota confirmed that their 911 system suddenly went offline for just over 2 hours Wednesday night. And they weren't alone. Authorities in Texas, Nebraska, and Nevada also announced similar outages in multiple cities. The culprit? A fiber cut during the installation of a light pole, said Lumen Thursday morning, a networking company that provides enhanced 911 services to several U.S. states. A Lumen rep declined to tell CNN more details about the installation hiccup or where the light pole was located. Although a potential cause has been identified in this case, widespread outages like this across infrastructure, healthcare, and business systems nationwide are under increasing scrutiny by federal agencies and national security experts. Just this week, a cybersecurity firm said Russian hackers are suspected to have temporarily taken control of a computer network in the small town of Muleshoe, Texas in January. A similar cyber attack happened at a water plant in Pennsylvania last year that U.S. officials blame on Iranian hackers.
Command and control of critical systems has been under attack by hostile foreign powers.
As for the multi-state 911 outage, only 3 of the 4 states impacted are serviced by Lumen. Authorities in Del Rio, Texas said Thursday afternoon that their disruption was related to the mobile provider in their area. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Services have mostly been restored as of this afternoon, but the moment is a reminder of how delicate our emergency systems can be.
So Ben, I don't know about you, but I've really been enjoying our weather recently.
Hey, well, don't jinx it yet. We still got 2 more months left over until summer. So let's take it over to our weather anchor, Grace Grimes, who hopefully has some good news for us in our first look weather.
Thanks, guys. The temperatures are finally about to warm up permanently. It's time to bring out those tank tops and your shorts. We have a current temperature of 82 and it does feel like 74. We've had a really sunny day today and we have wind speeds of 13 miles per hour. Let's take a look at what tonight's going to look like. So tonight we will have clear skies. You might be able to see the stars. The actual temperature is going to cool down just a little bit at a temperature of 74, and it will feel like 74, and those wind speeds are going to stay the same at 13 miles per hour. Let's take a look at tomorrow's temperatures. So tomorrow we are going to have a cloudy day. The actual temperature is going to be 70 and it will feel like 70. Those wind speeds are going to slow down just a little bit at 8 miles per hour. That's all I have for first look weather. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Grace. Now, one of my favorite things to do when the weather is nice is to just sit outside under a tree with a nice book. But now certain books have come under fire thanks to a controversial new Texas law. ntTV's Emma Burns has more on the story. Emma?
Thanks, Sebastian. Earlier this week, the 5th Circuit Court of Appeals upheld a decision to block House Bill 900, which requires booksellers to rate their books based on sexually explicit content before being allowed in Texas schools. The bill was made law and taken to court, where judges sided with the book companies, claiming that it violates the First Amendment, which legislators fought in the 5th Circuit. The state countersued, and the full appeals court upheld the decision in a 9-8 ruling. Those who voted in favor believe that this bill imposes a student's right to access to challenging literature. However, opposing judges claim that nothing in the First Amendment prevents states from taking steps to shield children from explicit content. The bill's author, Jared Patterson, is urging Texas State Attorney General Ken Paxton to immediately appeal to the United States Supreme Court. That is all I have for today. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Emma. Tomorrow marks 2 anniversaries, neither of which we celebrate, but we do remember.
31 years ago, the world watched as the Branch Davidian compound in Waco went up in flames.
The FBI focused on the group after reports of large illegal weapons being stored in the compound. Authorities tried to enter, but ended up in a standoff that lasted 51 days. At that point on April 19th, agents launched tear gas canisters into the buildings. Fire erupted, and as well as gunfire. When it all cleared, 82 Davidians were killed, including 24 children. 4 FBI agents died in the siege.
Then, just 2 years later, 186 people died in Oklahoma City when 2 former Army soldiers bombed the Alfred Murrah building. It is considered to be the worst domestic terrorist attack in U.S. history. The 2 men convicted in the attack were associated with extreme right-wing movements that rejected the authority of the federal government or law enforcement. They viewed their actions as retaliation for the FBI raid on the Branch Davidian compound just 2 years earlier. Tomorrow is a remembrance ceremony will be held at the Oklahoma City Memorial and Museum.
We'll have more news and weather after the break. Stay with us.
Everyone here is really good at actually giving you ideas and talking through your ideas. I think it's a really collaborative environment.
Well, Sebastian, it's National Clean Out Your Medicine Cabinet Day.
That's right, and our live reporter Landry Brady is with us today to tell you how you can get rid of those old prescriptions.
Thanks, guys. If you have any medications at your house that you are needing to get rid of or that you know are expired, you might want to participate in tomorrow's National Clean Out Your Medicine Cabinet Day. The company Dispose RX, which makes home drug disposal solutions, founded the day back in 2019. The purpose of this solution is to get rid of old medicine that could pose a threat to yourself or others. You can get these at most local CVS's and other pharmacies. We spoke to pharmacy manager Lisa Metters at the CVS on University Drive here in Denton about all the things that they are doing for this day. She said that not every pharmacy participates, but the ones that do provide drug disposal boxes that are available 24/7. They have no regulations on the type of drugs that you can dispose of, but they do ask you to not put needles or inhalers inside of the boxes. This is an example of one of the Dispose RX pouches that you can use to dispose of the drugs at home. You just mix the solution with water and then follow the instructions on the pouch to keep yourself and your family away from harm. That's all I have for you guys today. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Landry. At-home medicines aren't the only drugs that are being pushed out. Cigarettes are seeing a stark increase in costs in Minnesota. ntTV's Jackson Berry has more on how the city of Minneapolis government is trying to suppress smoking. Jackson?
Thanks, Ben. Cigarette and tobacco use has been on the decline in the U.S. for over a decade now, but the city of Minneapolis is still not satisfied with the amount of people still smoking cigarettes. The solution they came up with? Raising the price drastically. City leaders proposed that the minimum price of cigarettes could be sold in Minneapolis would be $15 a pack. That's almost double the average cost across all states. This has of course caused somewhat of an uproar in the tobacco community, with some arguing that the change is doing more harm than good. They argue that the people who struggle with addiction are still going to purchase tobacco products, so raising the price will only hurt them further. Business owners are also upset with the change, stating that the massive price hike could seriously hurt their sales. Minneapolis Council member Latricia Vito opposes these views and claims that the change will not negatively affect local businesses. Only time will tell. If you're worried about the price of cigarettes rising here in Texas, you can take a deep breath. There are no current plans to increase the price of tobacco and products in our state. Thank you guys. Back over to the desk.
Thanks, Jackson. Starbucks is also continuing their push to become more environmentally friendly. The International Coffee Company has redesigned its plastic cups to be more sustainable. These new cups may look similar to the current ones on the surface, but are created with less than 20% plastic. Starbucks projects these cups to keep over 13.5 million pounds of plastic out of landfills annually and reduce its carbon output by half. A full cup rollout is expected by spring 2025.
Well, Sebastian, you know there's nothing I love more than warm, air, and clear skies.
Me too. So now let's toss it over to our weather anchor, Grace Grimes, to find out what's in store for us. Grace?
Thanks, guys. Like I said earlier, temperatures are finally starting to heat up in North Texas. In McKinney, we have a temperature of 83, Sherman 82, Gainesville 79, over in Sulphur Springs 84, and Paris 84. So overall, get ready for those summer temperatures. I'm looking forward to it. Let's take a look at what the state of Texas is going to look like. So again, in the state of Texas, are finally starting to heat up. Houston 83, Shreveport 82, Austin 86. So overall, bring out those tank tops and shorts and get ready for summer. Let's take a look at what the rest of the week is going to look like. So for the rest of the week, we do have an 85% chance of rain on Saturday, but on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, expect no rain. It is going to be nice on those days. Wednesday and Thursday, it will be a little bit cloudy, but the temperatures overall this week are going to be pretty nice. The rain will cool off the middle of the week just a little bit with temperatures in the 60s and low 70s, but on Tuesday, it will heat back up for the rest of the week. That's all I have for today's weather. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Grace. Well, if you're running out of places to try for dinner, I suggest adding Portillo's to your list.
Our reporter Valeria Herrera is here to tell us all about it. Valeria?
Thanks, guys. Located across the country, you can still get a taste of it right here in Denton. Our assistant news director, Avery Collins, went out to the new Portillo's location to see how authentic their Chicago street food can be.
Alongside Denton's busiest road is where you can find a little taste of Chicago. Portillo's is one of Denton's newest restaurants, and unlike most, Portillo's has the power to bring two communities from across the country together.
This is just one of our many, many attributes to the city of Denton, and seeing how everyone came out to support us, our community partners when we did our opening, just the number of people that were here for our ribbon cutting. It was really humbling to see how many people were just as excited to have Portillo's as we were to bring Portillo's to Denton.
So I walk in and everything's new, everything's super shiny, so it's an awesome feeling.
Founded in 1963 by Mr. Dick Portillo, his goal was to bring the taste of Chicago all over the country. And saying that this restaurant hooked me up is an understatement with all of these amazing Chicago-style dishes sitting in front of me.
But before I dig in, Miss Lean and Mr. Harrell take me back to show me how Portillo's makes the iconic Chicago-style hot dog.
After all of that thought, prep, work, and assembly, it is now time to try Portillo's famous Chicago-style hot dog.
I love it. While the food finds its way into Denton's heart, so does the Portillo's community.
I mean, coming into a Portillo's is an experience, right? The sights, the sounds, the smells, and just how many people stop me in this building and tell me that they were from Chicago or they went to Chicago and that's how they came to find Portillo's. So it was just really heartwarming, you know, to hear how well we were received by the city of Denton.
Portillo's diverse menu hits all corners of Chicago-style street food in each uniquely flavored item. They hooked me up with this amazing Chicago-style sampler and I ate it all. And as you can tell, I didn't really like it. Just kidding. I am definitely not the only one in the Denton area who has found their newest addiction.
I can't get enough. I keep saying, I think that they psychologically are manipulating me to tap into my native Chicago roots and just keep coming back. It's like the siren song, like Odysseus. I need somebody to strap me up to the board and just not let me go.
With North Texas Television, I'm Avery Collins.
To get a taste of these delectable dishes, Portillo's is open from 10:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and open till midnight Friday and Saturday. These food looks so delicious. I honestly think I'm gonna have to go after the show. That's all I have for you today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Valeria. Now, what more could you ask for at a rock festival besides music, art, and beer?
We'll tell you more about all the events in Denton coming up this weekend.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
Denton is known for its independent music life, and this week I had a chance to visit one of the music festivals that has been leading the scene. Check it out. Right here in our own backyard, more than 20 bands have gathered for one purpose and one purpose only: to rock and roll. But it's not easy to put on an event like this. It's a challenge and it takes a lot of hard work. Luckily, Dave Grimaldi is up for the challenge.
Problem solving, it's very stressful at times. There's a lot of logistics, there's some financing and just like paying costs.
Cold beers in the hot sun never fails. And with 2 bars sponsoring this event, many viewers are finding fun up and down Beer Alley.
It's endless. We have like 24 bands, I think, for this 2-day event. We have a live printer, we have merchandise, vendors that give us a percentage of their sales to help us pay for this.
But what really makes the noise market shine is a plethora of dedicated musicians.
It's a project that I started during the pandemic. I started writing songs again and playing a lot of guitar, and finally felt like those things were in a good place where I wanted to share it with a few people. And so Dave Grimaldi, the rock philosopher, sent him a few things on SoundCloud, and he was like, "You just come down to Denton." So it was really cool. It was like these songs that I had written alone, put on GarageBand on demos. Suddenly they came to life in this really great way.
Personally, I had a wonderful time, and I know I'll be back next year. You can visit the Noise Market next April. Now, Sebastian, are you a big rock music fan?
Not really. You know what I am a big fan of, though? Classical music.
Oh, well, lucky for you, Record Store Day is coming up this Saturday, and I know someone who's celebrating. ntTV's Assistant Operations Manager, Kelsey Clark, has the story.
Records. Though a vast majority choose to stream, they're every collector's dream. And on Record Store Day, that dream becomes a reality.
It's amazing. People line up for hours and hours before it starts. We open early at 8 o'clock. The place is packed. The line slowly moves in. And our sales certainly go up that day.
Record Store Day is an annual event that started in 2007 to acknowledge independently owned shops. And Denton's very own Recycled Books is celebrating.
You should have seen it when it was the Taylor Swift one. They were here in the afternoon before. By the time I got here at 6:30, the day of it, the line was completely around the block.
Exclusive vinyl releases and limited editions from bands such as Paramore to solo artists like Elvis Presley will be available, so long as you can get your hands on them.
If you get here only 2 hours before it starts, you may not get what you're looking for, because they're dedicated people out there.
April 20th is the big day, so mark your calendars and join the celebration. For ntTV, I'm Kelsey Clark.
Well, it looks like I can finally get that new Beethoven vinyl. I've been wanting to add to my collection forever now.
Well, Sebastian, you know what else is coming this Saturday?
Of course I do. I'm a huge butterfly fan. And, I can't wait to check out the garden.
Well, our live reporter Alexandria Teeters is there right now. Alexandria?
Thanks, guys. This Saturday is the 30th annual Denton Redbud Festival and the grand opening of the new Natural Habitat Butterfly Garden over here at the Cherry Orchards. I'm here with Pat and Judy Smith, who will tell us a little bit more about what to expect this weekend at the garden. Now, what are some of the events you guys are planning this weekend?
Yes, so we're going to have an unveiling of the 2 butterfly garden plots that we've put in with a Homeschool Honor Society and then the Builders Club from Crownover Middle School. It's part of Kiwanis. And we're going to have a band out here playing Vivaldi's Spring as some music. The mayor will be here, and then we're just going to talk about why butterfly gardens are important, about native plants, how to create a butterfly garden, and just really emphasize the importance of what this is a way station for monarch butterflies especially, that can, as they migrate north and south throughout the year, they can stop here, rest, get some food, and move on to their next leg.
For sure. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, so hopefully you guys can make it out here on Saturday at 4 p.m. to celebrate Earth Day and the new butterfly garden. That's all I have for you guys tonight. Back to you at the desk.
thanks, Alexandria. You know, Ben, that sounds like a lot of fun, and I can't wait to add that to my weekend schedule.
Hey, well, what else are you going to be up to this weekend?
Well, I mean, you know I can't miss Luka Doncic this weekend.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And I bet you our sports anchor, Jordan Lindsay, can't either. So let's toss it over to him to see what he has in store for us. Jordan?
Thanks, guys. You won't have to worry about missing any Mavericks basketball this weekend. We'll provide you with the news after the break.
Ugh, a 20-minute walk? I don't want to do this right now.
Don't worry, you can just use Transit.
Transit? What's that?
Transit is a mobile app that provides real-time tracking to connect buses, UNT shuttles, and even A trains. Simply download the app, then tap on the search bar and type where you want to go. In a matter of seconds, you get results for all available routes. And the best part of it is, it's completely free for UNT students. What are you doing?
I'm downloading it right now.
Download Transit today and remember, make life better without a car.
The UNT golf team is in the midst of the busiest part of their season. The team wrapped up play at the North Texas Intercollegiate Tournament on Tuesday and are getting ready to play at their conference championship. ntTV Seth Whitman had the opportunity to join the team in the midst of it all.
The UNT men's golf season is at a crucial part of their season. Yesterday, they wrapped up the North Texas Intercollegiate Tournament at Maridoe Golf Club, where they hosted 3 other programs. The Mean Green secured their first win since 2018, shooting a team score of 29 over par.
Guys played really well this week. If you look at our group of players, just how much talent we have throughout our entire lineup, it was on display. Things got close in the final round and they were able to pull out that win.
The team was led by Harry Lord, who shot a score of 2 over and placed second due to losing in an 8-hole playoff battle.
I would be lying if I had said I wasn't a little bit nervous, but playoffs will always be nervous no matter how good or how many you're in. I think I had a putt to win on every hole. I just couldn't get it to go in. But I mean, he played good too. He played solid in the playoff. I made 2 bogeys, he made 1. So on this golf course, that's pretty good.
The team is looking to build on this win at the American Athletic Conference Championship. The tournament starts this Friday in Bel Air, Florida at Pelican Golf Club.
Exciting to have this momentum going into our conference championship next week. A full, great performance from a lot of different players. So it's good to have this momentum and the first win for UNT men's golf, I believe, since 2018. So excited to get that streak going and keep that going into our next tournament.
The season for the team has been a roller coaster with many ups and downs. This weekend will be crucial for the team to make a positive statement.
The AAC Championship starts tomorrow and the Mean Green will be on the hunt for another win. The Arizona Coyotes are moving their hockey franchise to Utah after 27 seasons. The Coyotes played their final game in Arizona yesterday. A lot of emotion filled the stadium at the end of the game as players waved goodbye to the fans who attended last night's game. Players also gave away some of their equipment to fans, including hockey sticks and personal gear. The Coyotes will now play in the Delta Center, the home of NBA team Utah Jazz. The Dallas Mavericks start playing their first of many playoff games on Sunday afternoon against the Los Angeles Clippers. Luka Doncic is looking to improve his 12-16 playoff record, starting with this series. With the newly acquired team and second-year coach, Doncic has more than himself to count on. It would not be a surprise to see if Luka can make a deep playoff run. Last time the Mavs made a great run, they fell in their 2022 conference finals to the Golden State Warriors. If I were a betting man, I'd say that won't happen again. Go Mavs! That's all I have for sports. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Jordan. And now, have you ever wondered how your cool TV shows and movies are made? All those great effects and fantastic video? Well, ntTV's A Park took a field trip to find out more.
Welcome to Las Vegas, home of casinos and extravagant fun. But it's also home to NAB Show 2024. Let's go check it out. NAB Show 2024 is a convention hosted by the National Association of Broadcasters, where every year companies and organizations around the world show off their new solutions. To learn and teach new concepts, or even spread awareness to the world of broadcast technology. Exhibitors from well-known companies such as Ross or Blackmagic Design are here to show off their newest, biggest solution for your production. But smaller businesses are also significant to the show.
We want to expose our products to the world, essentially. North American market needs to see awesome control panels from Skarhoy. We also want to meet our partner brands because in this industry, we work together to create solutions for our customers, and it's also a great chance to network with our partners.
No matter their market value in the industry, every exhibitor has a different solution for everyone. So you'll always find a solution for your production with your parameters.
So I'm currently at NAB looking and quoting and just looking for new products to rebuild our FM and TV studio. So it's been great talking to companies like Skarhoy, talking to companies like Ross, and other, even like the smaller ones that you might not know of, just to look for solutions and things that we need for our station. So it's been great coming out here to find solutions that I kind of had in mind to get, but then also see something, oh, maybe I can go that direction. So it's been good just to see what's out there, like come with an agenda, but also be open to what else is on the market.
Another reason people attend an NAB show is to learn. People can pay to attend professional workshops with new equipment or even attend demos and talks with media professionals on the main stage. This is further outreach with organizations such as BEA, SBE, and SMPTE, who attend NAB to spread awareness of their technology behind the industry. Attendees can also apply to these organizations to get exclusive certifications and media education.
So SMPTE is a fairly old standards development organization. What SMPTE's mission is, get people interested to join SMPTE. We're a non-profit organization and get involved and build the next generation standards with us.
You can even take a ride on the Tesla Vegas loop to simply get around the convention, and even take a tour at the Sphere and Meow Wolf in Vegas that uses the same technology offered in NAB. So if you're interested in media technology or want to connect with other professionals, come down here to Las Vegas for NAB Show 2025. I'm Abraham Park reporting for ntTV News.
Thanks for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Have a great weekend.